Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across a video an Ethiopian woman made, and her audacity is absolutely interesting because I love people that come out here sometimes to think that they can disrespect a demographic group of people. Why? Just because they have bought into something that they also do not understand. See, young lady, you absolutely said that you did not vote. Why? Because you cannot stand voting for somebody that supported G side, right? And now you all can see that your president elect, the people, or his cabinet are pro Israel. Shout out to you guys. You all did yourself. You played yourself. I love it when people play themselves, when they think their emotions can come and see, you all can see what your emotions cost you. I am not sorry. But you know, one thing that I am not going to let you do is come on this Beyonce's internet and think that you can uh, curse black people out or curse black women out because they said what they said or because they said they are going back to Starbucks. See, anybody that wants to go back to Starbucks, go do what you want to do. Go relax. Go take care of yourself because you deserve whatever. Like any relaxation you are getting now, you absolutely deserve it because you have worked so hard. I have been here from the onset updating you all on the implications of some certain things. You think it's a joke. And Ethiopian, do they even identify as black? Let's get into.
So, in another episode of Leopards Eating Faces, Donald Trump has officially begun naming members of his cabinet, and wouldn't you know it, they are some of the most pro-Israel politicians that we have in our government. Trump has offered the UN ambassador position to Elise Stefanik, a congresswoman from New York and the fourth highest ranking Republican in the House. She also served on the official escort committee for Netanyahu when he visited the Capitol. She also has a history of propagating anti-Semitism conspiracy theories and rose to fame during the anti-Semitism hearing on Capitol Hill. Let's take a listen to some of her remarks.
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill. So is your testimony that you will not answer yes?
If it if the
yes
speech
or
becomes
no?
if the speech becomes conduct, it can be harassment. Yes.
Conduct meaning committing the act of genocide? The speech is not harassment? This is unacceptable, Ms. McGill. I'm going to give you one more opportunity for the world to see your answer. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
Trump has also appointed Stephen Miller as Deputy Chief of Policy. Now, Miller is known for his staunch pro-Israel policy during his previous Trump tenure as senior advisor, including the move of the capital to Jerusalem and the controversial travel ban. He is expected to bring these policies back to the White House, but if you don't believe me, here is a clip of some of his words as well.
You have the right to terrorize Jews on your campus. You don't have the right to terrorize Americans on your campus. You don't have the right to terrorize citizens on your campus because they're not in support of Hamas. Nor do you have the right as a foreign student in this country to support Hamas. You get your visa revoked, you get sent out of here. So he's been clear since the Department of Education subsidizes all of this nonsense that you use that leverage to bring these universities into compliance with federal law.
And finally, Trump is expected to name Republican Senator Marco Rubio as his Secretary of State. Rubio is known as a foreign policy hawk and another staunch supporter of Israel. Here are his thoughts on a ceasefire.
Rubio, will you call for a ceasefire?
No, I will not. On the contrary. Are you filming it?
Wait,
I want you guys to get this. I want them to destroy every element of Hamas they can get their hands on. These people are vicious animals who did horrifying crimes. And I hope you guys post that.
And what about the civilians that are being killed every day?
Hamas should stop hiding behind civilians, putting civilians in the way. Hamas knew that this was going to lead to this. Hamas should stop building their military installations underneath hospitals.
So you don't care that 15,000 have died? You don't care about the babies that are being killed every day?
I think it's horrifying. I think it's terrible, and I think Hamas is 100% to blame.
Did I not tell you guys that black women would come up on here and tell me, a black woman who is by all means disgusted in every way possible, that another black woman came up on this app and spewed such disgusting and nightmarish rhetoric, saying that she cannot wait to buy a condo once so-called Israel is finished with their job in Gaza. She can't wait to buy a condo in Gaza, and that she does not support Palestinian people. And then you, in order to defend her, come on here and take away my blackness as a black woman and say that I'm an Arabian lapdog hopping, this will win her master's favor. But are you all not speaking with white supremacy tactics and words? Isn't there a whole black city under a lake? Haven't there been a multitude of black neighborhoods that are now highways, that are now Starbucks, that are now McDonald's? There have been a multitude of black lands that were owned by black people who are now completely demolished, and those cities no longer exist because of the white man. And you, a black woman, is defending another black woman because she can't wait for white people to finish off a group of brown people so she can buy condos on the earth that will have their bodies buried in. And this is your insult to me. Did I not say? And in the same comment section, you are all being transphobic, right? You're taking away my blackness. You're taking away literally my existence because I'm mad that an old hag that is damn near ancestral got on here, not only insinuated sexual fucking innuendos to the commenter what she wants them to do with their tongue on her, but then also came on here and said she does not care about Palestine, and she can't wait to buy land where their bodies will be buried. And this, you, a black woman, again, an elderly one, who will be 6 feet under very soon, is your comment, taking away, once again, my blackness. All the rhetoric that I have seen, right? And I know I have to add some because there's a lot of you in your feelings that have to hear the word some to make you feel good about yourself, that you are a good person. When someone can just come up here and blatantly say something, and if it doesn't apply to me, I don't take it personally. And I've already said multiple times, I'm not holding any white person accountable for their evil rhetoric that they have been saying, because evil is embedded in white people. It is not embedded in black people. So to see a multitude of black women in particular not even punch low, you are all punching to hell. You are all becoming the evil that you are trying to run away from. I've watched videos of black women using the screams of Palestinian children in the background with their Starbucks coffee to prove a point. So whatever lap you think I'm hopping on, I guess I'll continue to hop on that if that means I get to keep my humanity while you are all going crazy because a half black woman didn't win the presidency because, one, she sucked at her campaign, and two, she didn't even put in any effort to sway us, to sway the people whose genocide is our red line. I've never been more disappointed in black women in the way in which we have been speaking to one another, to one another who we agree and disagree with. But for you to resort to being transphobic and calling me manly and asking if I'm a man in that comment section and taking away my blackness, as if any of you that have been commenting this in my comment section have spoken about Ethiopia, other black people have spoken about Sudan, have spoken about Congo. But I have spoken about those things for years now. Ethiopia is something that I've been speaking about before Palestine, right? as Palestinians have been speaking about Palestine before this year and a half, a lot of us have been doing the work. So our morality has been built on seeing a multitude of dead bodies for years on years on years. And if I have to suffer the consequence of my vote to not sway my morality, then I guess I'll have to suffer that consequence, because it's not like I don't suffer already. But you will never, ever make me feel bad as a black woman to another fucking black woman, right? For standing for humanity. Considering I am a child of fucking war, bitch. With 2 dead biological parents. So why in God's green earth would I ever stand up for a genocidal fucking maniac? Y'all said pick which evil you want. The fuck is wrong with y'all? And watch your fucking tone. I don't give a fuck if you're 80. I don't give a fuck if you're 15. And I don't give a fuck if you're black. I don't give a fuck if you're white or Asian. Watch how you fucking talk to me. Maybe get yourself off of the white supremacy ideologies that you have. Quit grinding on it. And be a decent fucking human being. Maybe try doing that. Being upset about a decision that was made is understandable. Punishing a whole group of people because you're upset and people are talking about, well, we're just grieving. You wishing death on people is you grieving? But black women never get to grieve. I'm a black woman myself. And I would choose to not get to grieve than resort to grieving and wishing death on people. Y'all don't get to pull out the black card because it's a black woman saying this to you. Right? This is not Madeline. This is not anyone who's white or Asian. No, this is a black person telling to another black people, y'all are acting very fucking deranged. And multitudes, hundreds of thousands of black women agree with me, because in that comment section, they're checking y'all as well and saying y'all are fucking deranged for the way in which you are behaving. You can't tell black women, oh, well, black women apparently don't get to grieve. Well, you're telling that to a black woman who understands that, but I'm not resorting to grieving in such a fucking demonic way. I work with hundreds of thousands of black women. And if not us crying within this year and a half of the evil shit that we have seen happening in Palestine and all the work that we've been putting in for the multitudes of other genocides that are happening in this world, we're crying because we, the people, we, the black folks, are becoming the evil that has been done to us. And that's scary. That's fucking scary. So I guess I'll continue hopping on my master's lap, bitch. Stop with this lame-ass generalization of black women not giving a fuck. No, the ones who are fucking deranged are just loud as shit, right? The only reason why their videos are getting pushed out is because it's feeding the white people. The white people are loving their rhetoric. I promise you, most of their likes are coming from Zionists or so-called Israelis, and it's getting pushed out. So-called Israelis, IOF terrorists, and Zionists are foaming at the mouth and loving the black people who are being loud and fucking deranged and disgusting. Because they didn't even have to put in any work. Y'all mad that a group of people who are being genocided did not vote because they cannot vote in this country. They can't even vote in their own fucking country. You're mad about the election, even though white women are always the fucking problem. So let's take it out on the people who are becoming literal fucking skin and bones and being buried alive. You're like, let's take it out on them because why the fuck not? Right? As if not every fucking day white women come up here talking about their reproductive system is being taken away from them and then going and voting for the person who is taking away their reproductive system rights. As if black women aren't the one dying from those rights no matter who is president. Right? The number of deaths of black women who go to the fucking doctors and hospitals and be sent home because they're supposed to, handle pain a lot more better than white people. White people are gentle, are soft, right? The amount of black women who die at fucking birth because you tell them, like, I feel this pain, and the doctor's like, you'll be all right. And there's a fucking hernia while they're trying to push out a kid. Right? So the only reason why you are seeing all of these deranged as black women and black men's videos is not because the likes are coming from other black people. Are there other black people? Yeah. But most of them are from so-called Israelis and Zionists who are foaming at the mouth and loving that these black people are doing their job for the fucking free. But this generalization, you don't care. And very few black people, black men, black women, and black non-binary people don't fucking care. But the black people in my corner, the hundreds of thousands of millions of black women in mine, and the black men in mine care, bitch. And they don't use their blackness as a tool of hate. They don't use their blackness, right, as an scapegoat to be abusive and disgusting. So you don't care. You don't care. You and the black people in your life don't care. Black women in my life, me as a black woman, I fucking care.
It's so crazy to me that after this election and after black people's response to seeing that we have no allies, that now black people are making videos critiquing other black people who said fuck everybody else and who are making videos going to Starbucks and all these other places. Y'all make no sense. Y'all are acting like now black people are the racist ones when we've been abused by all these people. See, it's funny to me because y'all's viewpoint is wrong. Y'all are hypocritical because you pick one oppressor to go after. I could talk about white people all day long, and that's fine. But when people start figuring out that there are other oppressors, now we have a problem. The whole election and seeing how each demographic voted showed you who your oppressors are. I don't understand the thought process of looking at this chart and saying, oh, let's just focus on the white tea people. This shows what holding up white supremacy is. It's not just white people holding up white supremacy. Now, Starbucks is a piece of shit. They have a history of not allowing employees to wear Black Lives Matter paraphernalia. But y'all weren't worried about that. Y'all were worried about Palestine. Palestine, the country that Starbucks donated $3 million to. Never donated to Israel, never had a coffee shop in Israel. Y'all are saying stuff like taunting these people by going and showing yourself in Starbucks and saying you're not going to stand up for them anymore is wrong. And that's for all demographics y'all are talking about. It's not funny that the Hispanics are going to be deported. It's not funny that the Native Americans are going to have oil pipes running through their tribal lands. But that's what they voted for because they hate black women and black people that much. Black people are the most abused worldwide, but we're the ones that are expected to have the most empathy. The most empathy for the people that are literally the cause of our oppression for over 3,000 years. Y'all really think that white people just came over and just started snatching up black folk? Oh, they made deals with the African kingdoms. There was already a thriving slave trade. It's called the Arab slave trade. Free Sudan. From who? You don't know. Y'all talk about North Africa. You think North Africa was originally not black? So while y'all sit on y'all's high horses and judge black people for the response they should have had in the first place, they're literally throwing in our faces the protests that they did. They only ever protest with black people to bring up their own stuff. I've been saying that. It's always been transactional. They're in the comments talking about how quickly they forgot. There was nothing to forget. They did not go this hard for us as black people have been going for them. Y'all act like it's just police brutality happening here. Our waters in our neighborhoods are poisoned. There's still lead in paint, killing our children. We make up 40% of the poverty level and only 13% of the population. There's still slavery going on right now in these prisons. We've never been freed. Our children are coming up hung in woods and them dismissing it as a suicide. There is a genocide happening against our people here. And the same people y'all stand up for voted for our genocide to get even worse. Now y'all are, it's not everybody. That's not fair, but y'all don't say the same thing about YT people. For white people, we said all of them are racist, right? Every one of these groups that y'all stand up for that are non-black have a slur for you in their language. Remember that. To them, you're Jarir, you're Abid, and that includes the Somalis, the Ethiopians, and the Eritreans y'all stand up for. They were colonized by Arabs. That's why they look different than we do. But there are indigenous Ethiopian, Eritreans, and Somalians. Who are y'all to critique anybody for going to Starbucks while you use Google and Amazon, who support the Israeli military? Until you stop using that stuff, because Google and Amazon are billion-dollar industries. Starbucks does not pull that much weight. You're hypocrites. You're hypocrites, and you're going against your own people to tell them that they wrong? 0 out of fucking 10.
This election radicalized me in a way that I think I will never come back from. And I think a lot of black people in particular, especially black women, will never come back from. And I hope we always continue to feel the way we feel right now. Because I think we're past the stage of defeat. We've already accepted that even if Kamala Harris and the Democrats are still doing their own investigation, nothing has came out yet. I'm still hopeful that something can happen and we won't have to continue with the Trump presidency for the next 4 years or however long, because he may become a dictator. Neither here nor there. This election radicalized me past the point of no return. And it's only showed me that I need to, and a lot of black people and black women, it showed us that we just need to stop caring about other people and start focusing on ourselves. Let's put all the energy and effort that we put into trying to uplift other communities into ourselves, because it's so disheartening and disappointing to be a part of a community that time and time again will advocate for other marginalized groups, who will protest for other marginalized groups, who will support and try and uplift other marginalized groups, just for those same groups to turn around and spit in our faces and not only vote directly against our freedoms, but theirs as well. It's sad, because black people have proven time and time again that we know how to rally together, and we know how to rally and come together to support the good. We know how to do that. And now it's time for y'all to do that on your own, but without us. Because there's just no way in hell. And the amount of stories that I have seen of voters directly voting against their rights and their freedoms, who are just now, the amount of Latino voters in particular, who are just now finding out about Trump's mass deportation plan, is fucking beyond me. It shows that you guys were so highly uneducated to the point where it's like you shouldn't have even voted, because you don't even know what's going on. You don't get it. You never got it. Because how is it that you are just now finding out about things like this? It shows that people did not pay attention, intentionally did not pay attention, because this information was everywhere. And you chose not to pay attention. And now, like other creators have said, this is not our lesson to learn. This is a lesson for y'all to learn, because we already knew. We knew. And then I'm seeing a lot about Starbucks and other black people going back to Starbucks and deciding that, you know what, maybe I don't give a fuck anymore. Maybe I do want that cheese Danish. Maybe, it's the holiday season. I know Starbucks and their holiday drinks are out. Maybe I do want a drink and a cheese Danish. Maybe I do want that. And then on Twitter, I seen a tweet which has now been deleted, because you guys are openly trying to rewrite history in front of our eyes. This creator on Twitter said that, we're not going to Starbucks just because of Palestine, right? We're not going to Starbucks because they don't support union labor. Shut the fuck up. Back up. Because that's not true. Because back when Starbucks workers were wearing Black Lives Matter t-shirts and wearing Black Lives Matter flags and waving them around and putting them in the Starbucks location, and they were getting fired for it, you guys were still drinking Starbucks. So it's not about Starbucks and union workers. And that's not the only reason why. That's not the main reason why we stopped going to Starbucks. And you know that. So shut that shit up. That is not the reason why. But the only reason why you guys are speaking out about it now is because Starbucks isn't in support of the shit that you support. You guys didn't care when black people were getting shot at and killed for no reason by police officers and the union workers were wearing Black Lives Matters, because that didn't matter to you, because it didn't affect you. That's why you guys were still drinking Starbucks. But now when something is affecting you, you want the whole world, including the same black people you actively protested against by getting Starbucks, to join your... No, we did it. Now fuck that. It's done. Because y'all don't care about our lives, just like we don't care. We don't care. And we can't care as much as, and it's like, it's not even that we don't care. It's that you guys are forcing us not to care, because the amount of care and intentionality that comes from the black community in trying to help and advocate for other groups is never, it's just never acknowledged. It's never taken into account. And you guys don't realize how big of a support that black people have always been for y'all marginalized groups. You never realize it until it's too late. And like multiple creators have said, this is not our lesson to learn, because we already knew. Prayers to y'all, not even prayers to y'all, concepts of prayers to y'all, for real.
So this is all I got from this video, and I am going to try as much as I can to dissect it in a way that we are going to understand, because some people have been trying to make it look like black people are the ones looking for trouble, right? Like I keep saying, I know a whole lot that it's going on, especially when it comes to how all this started and how it's been going, because I have been updating you all on this right from the onset. It is not a thing of today, and I knew all these were going to happen, right? Now let me start with this. Now let me start with the first lady, the Palestinian. You know what? Black people don't care. It is called F around and find out. Now that you all are seeing that the people that are supposed to be on his team, on the new president, your president-elect, right? You all are seeing the people that he is like, they are pro-Israel, right? This is one of the reasons why black people told you all to come out, right? See, sometimes we put emotions and feelings aside when it comes to politics. That's why when you see a politician, most politicians are not emotional. Check out the emotional ones. The emotional ones are probably no longer holding the post that they had when they notice that they are very emotional. Being emotional doesn't mean that you are not going to do your job, or you can hide your emotions. Do your job diligently and stand with people that you are supposed to do, but do not show emotions. Do not show feelings, because all these are not important. When it comes to politics, you do not think with emotions and feelings. First of all, critical thinking and diplomacy. That is the major tools for that. And also in politics, sometimes there are no permanent enemy, because the person that you probably had a quarrel with, you might still have something to do with him tomorrow. And you also have to put up your professionalism to do that job. That also doesn't mean that you all are still friends. It is called professionalism. Now let's get into the black people saw all this from the onset and told you all that, see, look at the way things are going. Let's do things this way. Majority of you said you can never ever do that. Why? Because she supported genocide and all that. And the fact that majority of you are pushing the blame that you are supposed to push on Joe Biden to the vice president is really amazing. That also shows how you all lack I don't know what to call it, but you all lack understanding. And you all are not even smart enough to understand that there is a limit. I don't know how to say it. Vice president sometimes is like, it's actually a fancy position. For those that do not understand politics, it's kind of a fancy position. The majority of the things you do are probably the ones they assign you to do. I mean, like authority from the president, right? So you cannot wake up to make some decisions. That aside, so Palestinians, sincerely speaking, Black people do not care. And before I say anything about Gaza, I am going to say free Congo, free Sudan, and free Haiti, and free all the other countries going through Sudan, going through genocide, because some of you think that it is only happening in one place. That's why I see a lot of you kicking all around, thinking that you can come out to drag Black people for making a decision for themselves. You all are running crazy, sincerely speaking. That is aside, right? So you all effed around and you found out. So to the Ethiopian woman, when did you become Black? See, do not get me wrong. I am not gatekeeping Blackness. I don't gatekeep that. It's none of my business, right? But some people already had said that they are not Black. That is Ethiopians. I also brought that here, that they said that Somalians too are part of the people doing that rubbish, right? They said that they are not Black. That if you tell, they will tell you they are Ethiopians. Now, the Ethiopian woman thinks she can come out on this Beyonce's internet to call Black women deranged. Okay, let's get into it, right? So you knew. Now you are saying, just now, you are saying that according to her, that Black women are out there saying they are going to drink Starbucks and going to do this, and are putting voice notes of people saying when they build probably mansion in Gaza. See, my heart goes out to the kids, because no child deserves to be unalive in any situation, especially in Gaza, right? That is the kids in Gaza, or in anywhere in Congo, in Sudan, and all that. But because I am concentrating on what is going on in Gaza, because their point of this thing is what is going on in Palestine, not even in other places, right? My heart goes out to them. But you all pro-Palestinians knew that all these things going on in Gaza would affect you people if the other man becomes a president. You all knew that if Kamala ended up as a president, Black people would definitely, and she also having the power, could do something about it. And you all refused to see that before the election, there was a voice note and a conversation between your president-elect today and Netanyahu, saying that they are not going to call up what is it called? They're not going to call this a call off ceasefire, right? Because it is a win-win for Kamala Harris and a loss for the other man. Are you guys not following what has been going on? Or I need to tell you all everything. I also brought that here, right? Black people have been screaming for you all Palestinian content creators thought it was okay to come out and disrespect Black community in general, calling them colonizers, calling them oppressors, telling them that they are selfish, that they shouldn't put themselves first, that they are like, how do you wake up to call a group of people that are also going through genocide on their own, all that, just because they told you that let's do this way, and you all thought that you are smart. Now, what anybody Black woman said was then paraphrasing what your president-elect said. And what he said is that when I assume work, right, once I resume work, I am going to help Israel to finish the job. And they are going to build hotels, resorts. They are going to build resorts on that place. It is not even Black people that made all this up. Your elect said it. It is amazing how people will provoke people, right? and then get angry when you react to their own bullshit. See, I am not saying this because I want to defend a group of people, but then I am a Black person. I am Nigerian. I am an African woman, right? But I am going to defend my people first before defending any other person, right? And then if there is any truth, I am going to tell them in the end. I am also going to tell them the truth. But the reality is that I have been watching all this unfold. I did not meet it at a corner. I have been following it from the onset to this very moment. Some people are judging this case from an outside angle, and I am judging it from the in because I have been the one uploading and updating. Right? So coming out to call Black people deranged because you all upset them, because they have been helping you people and they ask you people, come on, let's do this once and for all. Right? And you all failed woefully. Not just that we also knew that white people were not going to do anything, because from the onset, I have been screaming it that Black people will not be serving democracy. If only you know how many videos I made on that. I absolutely made more than how many videos on that they are no longer serving democracy. Some people think it's a joke. So all these are also, I am also angry too, that people are coming for Black people for no reason. Because make this make sense. You all saw this coming, but you choose to be deaf, right? Because it is also in your nature to be deaf. And now you are saying Black people are the problem because they went to drink Starbucks. Is there any other one Black people want to drink? Let's put a GoFundMe so people can go out to drink whatever they want to drink. Because this relaxation, they absolutely need it more than any other person. And if you think they do not deserve the reservation, they do not need relaxation, then you are also part of the problem. You think I am going to come and police a Black woman that you all got angry not to do what they want to do? I must be a fool if I come here to tell you I don't drink Starbucks because I feel some of those things are very unhealthy. I love me a healthy thing. I can make my coffee in my house. I can drink my tea in peace. I don't drink those sugary things. I don't do soda. I don't do, if it's not fresh, straight up, I don't do it. Because my health is my priority. That I do not do it does not mean that other people don't do it. And I am never, ever going to police any Black person going out there to do it. You all think white people are the only ones holding white supremacists. All of you, from Latinos, from Asians, from all of you that went out there to do what you all did are also holding that power you all want to be so bad. And the only people you all think you can always it's people that look like me, because you all want to be this all day, all time. Sincerely speaking, the least I can do, I can never come out here to judge anybody, because right from the beginning, I have been updating it because I knew. So for the Ethiopian woman that thinks she can come out on this internet, you said Black people have not been posting Congo, Sudan, and all that. Like, who told you that? You know how many videos I have made on that? They are all coming from Black people. So saying that you all are, see, I am not saying this because if you check my videos and those that are very conversant with my content knew, I may not title it Congo versus this because I do not want my video to be taken down. But if you watch my videos, you definitely will say it. I have been up and keeping it up, keeping it real. So if you all think that you are going to come out here, even she, the Ethiopian woman, did not also vote. Why? She said because she does not want to vote for G side. And she got the guts and the nerves to come out here to call Black people out. You did not vote. Chill, relax, chillax, and enjoy what you voted for. Stop coming out here to, call Black women or Black people out because they are the least of your worries at this point in time. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.